What's happening? What's happening?
And we're
Marijuana
back.
Minutes. Marijuana Minutes, second episode. So, yo, how everybody doing? Trap Jackie?
Chilling. How was your week? Anything new
Doing
under the
good.
sun? Smoking some new strains? Anything going on? New rolling papers?
I think I think today I'm smoking an indica today.
In the couch.
Yes, I'm smoking a nice little some skunk, man. It's smoking pretty good though.
That lemon skunk?
Nah, it ain't a limited flavor, man. It got like I don't even really know how to explain it. It's a real good taste to it. It ain't got a nasty aftertaste, but I will tell you, boy, cotton mouth like a mug.
Speaking of taste, this strawberry right here in this can though, that thing be hitting.
Uh-oh. Well, speaking of taste, y'all, if anybody's listening in Jacksonville, go get them lobster and grits from Another Broken Egg. It's fire. Tried it for the first time this week. I give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. He give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Jackie, how was your week?
It was straight. Working, making that money, but it was straight though.
Rihanna ain't got nothing on Jackie there. That's a fact.
Yeah, look, man. Jackie Bell. But you say you had just a straight week though. You ain't had nothing too serious going on.
No, nothing crazy.
Nothing exciting. Nobody's birthday coming up. Who you excited about? Nobody.
I mean, my birthday's coming up, but
what?
who cares about that,
You
right?
don't say.
You gonna turn up?
I'm hoping to, yes.
One time for the birthday cheek.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. So how you feel about getting older? How old are you finna be this year?
I'm not saying
Oh,
a lady never shows her age.
you so old it matters now, cuz?
Hey, listen.
I remember 5 years ago, you was like 23. What's up?
But look,
yeah, the gray hairs get to you, huh?
Yeah.
Poor baby.
but look, this how you know you're getting old though. You got to think about certain things, right? Okay, when you old, like you start watching the news, and certain gifts are really, really appreciative, like socks. You know what I'm saying? Like some.
That's real talk, though. I used to hate getting a gift like that, socks and boxes. Now you be like, bro, I don't know what's eating my socks. It gotta be the dryer or the washer.
But I need them. Yes.
Good looking out, mom.
Yes.
So, yeah, man. Gifts that used to be whack, they lit now. That means you whack. That's all.
I don't know, man. I just think, like, look, those gifts like that when we were younger, our parents always just replenish them. You lose a pair of socks, you lose a sock, you know what I'm saying? You get some more in the drawer. You lose some underwear, you know what I'm saying? Or, something happened and what it is.
More just appear.
Right. But now it's like, okay, it shit just don't appear unless I take my ass to the store and pay for it.
Yeah,
right.
I resigned myself to the fact like a while ago. I was like, every 6 months or so, I'm just gonna have to buy a new packet of socks. You know what I'm saying? If it lands on the Christmas, somebody else will hook it up. But 3 years ago, I was just like, that's just what it is.
Yeah,
it's not
man.
like jeans and stuff where you can just have them forever. But
hey man, hey man, but listen, y'all, we got a good show for y'all today, man. This episode, man, I want everybody, like I say, roll up, listen up, and stay caught up. You know what I mean? And like I said, this Q the True, that's Trap, my boy Trap, and we got Jackie Bell over there. And I hope y'all enjoy it, man. We lit for y'all today. So let's get right into it. Trap, Jackie, let me ask y'all a couple questions. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this off the table, man. I want to ask y'all gonna take that COVID-19 vaccination, man? They got about 4 of them out there now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I had thought about it because when it first came out, and it was just so rapid. It came out so fast, and I was just so against it because I don't want to grow tail or nothing like that. But
Right.
after so many people taking it, after so many people take. after so many people taking it, and I'm seeing that everybody seems to be, okay, whatever. I'm more willing to take it now. So I think I am about ready to go ahead and take it.
What about you, Trap?
Well, I think in my situation, I'm young, I'm healthy, so I would never. I mean, I would never say never, but it's not likely that I would need it. In my profession, I come in close contact with a lot of people, so I wear masks because I don't want to give anybody anything. But on a day to day, like this weekend, we went to the World of Nations things back to back, and there was a lot of people out there. But I was out there just raw dogging it with my face. Pause if necessary. But with Jackie has asthma, right? Don't you have asthma?
Yeah, but it got a bit worse after I actually wound it up with COVID.
Yeah. See, so if I had asthma or something like that, I might feel differently. What about you?
Okay.
All the smoke in your lungs is probably going to beat the COVID, huh? You're not worried about
See,
it,
I'm a walking marijuana tree. So
right?
when the herb run this deep, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
medicinal now.
that's what it is. But nah, on a real tip, here's how I feel. Right,
Hmm.
I'm kind of I'm on the fence, like two things, because I'm not an anti-vaxxer. You know what I mean? I'm very like thinking that yeah, I really do believe that you need to be vaccinated, right?
So you
Now,
vaccinated all your children?
yes.
Okay.
Now, here's a tricky situation. We've never lived through anything that was this bad that needed a vaccination, right? This is really like our first one was the COVID-19. So we've seen how crazy this is. But when you come on TV and say, "Oh, a vaccine won't be ready for another year," but then they come up with a vaccine in 6 months, and then like now everybody got a different form of the vaccine. I just I don't feel like enough study has been done.
Well, have you ever
But
heard those rumors about vaccinations causing children like defects in children? Like what's the one when when they're on the spectrum when they're like autistic and stuff? You ever heard about those rumors?
I have, but I don't. There ain't enough science to back it up.
So you don't all right, so you don't believe that's the case. Well, in this one, it's just like a lot of people have taken it and they've been all right. So it's not like I'm afraid to take it. I just don't feel like it's necessary for me.
So
And
the skeeky experiments and shit like that don't scare you.
I mean, they happen and it was just like letting people die with syphilis, but and I feel like that might still go on, but I don't know if I wouldn't say that COVID is that just on a larger scale. It might be.
So
I'm not saying that it's not, but I don't think so. I hope not.
okay, so you don't think it's necessary. So, but the question is, would you get it?
Oh no, cool.
No.
I'm
Well, I
not.
think so. All
but
three of us.
you
All
know
three.
what?
What's up, Jack?
Well,
COVID, just like COVID has no names and COVID has no limits. So if you catch it, you catch it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with you, Trap, you're saying that you don't think you're gonna catch it. I thought the
But
same thing, and I was
but then
just
you
so
turn. But
confident
also
in it.
and then also you turn around and say you come in close quarters with people. So it's kind of like you
But I
saying,
caught it, you know what I'm saying? And I caught it unexpectedly because I caught it from people that I always be around. And all of us are just so careful to not catch it and to not come in contact with it. And the people that I caught it from are the same people who's always guarding against it. So we all caught it, which is family, but it was so
I may have
unexpected.
already had it. I might have just been asymptomatic, but I did have a cough when I came back from Mardi Gras last year for about 3 days. But my
But that
nephew, who
doesn't make you
yeah, but
immune
see
to
that
it. It
that
makes it
that
a bit
hold
harder
on,
to
hold
get,
on,
but not immune to
hold
it.
on, Jackie, hold on, because that cough wasn't had nothing to do with COVID. What you was
hey,
doing out?
don't talk about hey,
What you was doing out
hey,
there? What
what?
you was doing out
Shout
there?
out to the shout out to that girl Cassandra that I met down there. I would never forget you, honey. She changed my life on a dance floor. But anyway,
I
I had
gave him a
a
cough.
no, she didn't.
Okay,
You can't catch a call from an angel.
Oh,
Everybody knows that. But anyway,
it wasn't bees he was catching.
oh, look at this guy. Hateration. Don't need no hateration.
Hey,
Anyway,
but listen. So that's so the sense the sense the
consensus.
thank you. I could boy marijuana minutes.
Marijuana minutes.
Yeah, well,
The
but
Zaza.
listen, bro, it's tongue twister like hell.
Yeah,
But
you
no,
straight, bro.
but the consensus on this is that in the room that we say that we wouldn't take it.
Mm-mm.
All right,
I mean, I said
If
I would.
I mean, Jackie would, but she has reason to. But there's rumors of like new strains of it and all that. There's an African strain supposedly that's spreading in New York. You guys heard about that last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna take a vaccine for every new strain that comes out?
Probably not.
um
I'm cool on that. I'm cool on the original. I'm not. I'm definitely not gonna take the COVID vaccine remix like 2.0, 2.
this the
You know what I'm
remake.
saying? Yeah, 3.0. Like I don't need all that. Like just for
After
me.
this shot, your ass really do grow a bat wing.
What?
I'm
I have a
trying to tell you.
tail. Yeah, no, I'm cool on that.
Hey man, but listen, so I want to ask you another question on another topic I want to turn to and talk about because I think this was crazy. I saw this.
What's up?
Um, the mom that was kicked out of the Catholic student. Damn boy, I tell you, it's one of them days. But her kid was kicked out of the Catholic school because their mom had an OnlyFans. Now
The sins of the mother.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm
Be
gonna
like that.
I'm gonna give my opinion is this.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say this because I think that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It brings me to a lot of things to say because it seems to me as if your job matters. I mean, like, yo, that's a job. I mean, I look at it like this: there's a lot of double standard people in the world because a lot of people will be so pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and then when people,
This doesn't matter. But what race was she? It doesn't matter. If you don't know, it's cool.
I actually don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
I was just wondering.
I just think that it doesn't. It if y'all gonna have the mentality of pull yourself up by the bootstraps, then don't judge people when they pull themselves up by the bootstraps.
Or about the strap on. Whatever they have to do to make this money. She's trying to provide a better life for her
Hey,
children.
but now
Wait. But okay, so you was telling me about her original the way she made her money or how much she made a month.
that's
I
what
was
I'm gonna get to.
all
I'm
right,
gonna
go
get
ahead.
to that.
Yeah,
Okay,
explain that to the people.
so she was making at one period of time she was making $15,000 a month.
Stop. Can we all agree that that's an okay amount of money to live on? Can we all
Yeah.
do
Oh,
that?
what?
Okay, all right.
Yes, I
Everybody
Yeah.
mean,
agrees.
oh
All right.
hell yeah.
All right. Continue.
Okay, she is now making $150,000 a month.
All right, stop.
Just
Can we all
Oh.
agree that it is a better amount?
Oh. I
Like,
think I know where I need to work at. I think I
listen.
know what I need to do.
I'm gonna keep it 100 because it's cute the truth talking. Let me tell you something. When I heard about this, I looked at my phone
yeah.
and I did contemplate.
I need to download another app.
Hey,
That
Even
do
if
I
I'm
have it? Hey, I went to go check my storage to see if I could have enough room to download the app. Yeah, because look,
yes.
hey, hey, they're gonna talk about you whether you doing good or bad, good or nasty. All I can say is this.
Your kids
Hey,
ain't in Catholic school, so you got to worry about it.
I ain't got all this. Hey, hey man, it is what it is. 150,000. Okay, man. I don't, man. Look, call me what you want,
Everybody got their price.
but
So what's too low?
well,
Let's say the consequences of you having the OnlyFans was your children getting kicked out of a school that you wanted them to do. Like what? So what would be too low? You like, I'm not going to get my kids kicked out for 20 grand. I'm not going to get my kicked out for 30 grand, but 150
Well,
grand
let me
a
tell you
month.
something. Let me tell you something. This is cute the truth talking. This is cute the truth talking. Let me tell you something. I ain't never had a job where I made $20,000 a month, Chuck. 20 grand a month,
Mm,
15 grand a month, 10,000 a month. That's a lot to make in a month, 4 weeks. Yo,
she's
I
missing
know
three. Yeah, she's
it,
that's
if I,
that's a good
bro,
amount.
if
That's a
I'm
good amount.
making it, but if I'm making it now and I'm making it, thank God. But
6 figures. 6 figures. Jackie,
Yeah.
you're a mother now in her shoes. What do you do? Come on, you gotta set
I
example for these little
think I
boys.
would. I think I would find a public school for my child and keep on doing what I'm doing because
man,
I'm keeping the roof over my child's head and I'm making that
I
money
got
What
the
would you
money.
with
do if your
him.
son
So
was at
I'm not
home?
about to change my ways.
All right, come on. But you was already making a decent living. Let's be for real. We all agreed that that was a good amount of money. 15,000. You just
Yeah,
have to sacrifice some things to get to
but
the 150K.
yeah, but I mean, come on, bro.
But
Come
that's
on. Like,
Catholic school. Catholic school is going to judge. Again, I put my child in public school
Or a different
and keep
private
on
school
doing
where
what
they
I'm
still
or
doing.
they
homeschool.
still have
Like,
to do.
why not just homeschool your kid, yo?
Or that too, and just keep on doing
You
what
know what
I'm
you're
doing
doing at
because
home. You're working
the
hard
money,
all day.
all this
You got
money
time to
that I'm
feed your kids.
making is
I'd be
benefiting
like
my
Drake and just
child.
I'd be like Drake and just buy my neighbor house so I can just go do my business next door. My kid would be next door with the
She
person
could
teaching.
homeschool her children. She probably already got the little teachers outfits and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like who knows what she's doing on her OnlyFans? She could be wilding out, bro. She might have like
Yo,
nurses, French maid, all that. And like what you know, when I was asking you that, you got to think about if you're gonna put them in public school, you know that somebody is good. Now that this is public, somebody's gonna find out. And be like, hey, bro, I'm on your mama OnlyFans right now. So what you gonna say in the lunchroom to that? Q.
and I'm gonna
Say
say,
they roasting.
and you know what I'm gonna say? Appreciate you. Thank you for buying my lunch.
Right. Right.
Fuck you talking
Next.
about? Appreciate you for
You
buying
go
my
ahead
lunch.
and say whatever
Meanwhile,
you want to say
meanwhile,
to me.
meanwhile, meanwhile, y'all Negroes are walking home or catching the bus, and Mama just pulled up in the motherfucking Benzo or the Ferrari or whatever
No,
may have
no,
you,
no, no.
going to the
Mama
big
is
house.
busy. Mama just sent a limo to come pick me up first.
Okay, hold on now.
That's the
I
flex.
that's too big. That's too big now.
The
We'll pick you up.
Maserati.
We'll pick you up.
150K a month.
Come on, man.
I think it's in the budget. George, bring the limousine around, George.
That's
Sorry.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money a month, but is that enough money to afford the expenses of a driver to pick your kid up every day? Nah, I
I
don't know.
mean, you at home getting physical with the produce on OnlyFans. So
Yeah,
you
but
ain't
it's
got
not
time
like
to go get them.
it's not like that though. It's like all she has to do is all she's doing is really taking pictures and videos or something and
We don't
upload.
know what she's doing, do we? Did you go
Yeah,
to anything you want to say
I don't have a.
that may or may not, get you in trouble?
I'm married, so I don't have an OnlyFans. But
Oh,
don't get it twisted.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of married people out there with an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, but listen, I don't understand. I don't understand paying for stuff like that. Like I get everybody else
he
making
said
money,
unconvincingly.
but I know seriously, I don't understand it. Like I get like that's what made me look at because I'm
Me
like, yo,
either.
people paying. But yeah, so like buying porn, I don't understand that. I don't understand why you pay for stuff like that's free on the internet. That doing stuff like that to me is literally it's just dumb. So I don't get it. But if everybody else gonna do it, to each his own, I guess, right?
I
If you
buy
gonna make
bottled
it
water.
play.
I feel like that might be a parallel. You can
So
get a lot of
cute.
water for
If
free.
you had $100 million, do you buy porn?
No, I
I wouldn't even buy toilet paper anymore. I just get a whole bunch of ones. I'm rich.
and
What?
You already know how much I.
Again, we
Yeah.
have this conversation again where you are just the stupidest.
You already know how I'm gonna get. Come on, man.
all right, y'all. So like I say,
You
paying for
never been
porn.
to a script? You never been to a script club, Q?
Yeah, hell.
Oh, funny story. So I was on. I can't say the name of the thing, but I was on public transportation yesterday, and the driver was saying how he never expected to go certain places on,
Oh.
driving the bus. And he said just like the first time I went to a strip club was driving the bus, and I was like, "Ooh, that's the first time you ever went to a strip club and you didn't really get to go inside."
I know. Yeah, my homies be
But
out there
chap,
wild.
didn't you and your friends just do that back in the day? Go to the strip club and public transportation?
Nah, we never did. We went to strip
Uh huh.
clubs. No, we went to strip clubs, but
Lies.
we never went on public transportation. We always was we either walked there or we had somebody in the car. Ain't
Lies
nobody.
you
Remember,
did.
y'all remember when we went to the one down the street from what you call the house, and
Yeah,
they wouldn't let us, like we went there and they was talking about it was a 2 drink minimum and you had to pay this to get in. Nope.
cover charges and all that.
Yeah, I see y'all later.
Yeah, I do remember that. But we walked there. We didn't take public transportation.
No, we definitely walked.
I got friends who I know who take it. I mean, who take public transportation to the booty club, and he seems to be doing fine with it. I don't even really go there no more like that.
Oh, does he stay here?
Yeah, he does, and he's also in a
Maybe
wheelchair.
maybe it's that person
Did
It
you
because
ask?
is.
the man said it was a guy.
Yeah, it is. It is that. He's the only person who really does that, and
Oh
everybody knows him
well.
because of that's the homie though.
Eh, because me and the best friend thought it was the blonde stripper taking it home. We was like,
Oh,
wait, she too cool to do
yeah,
that. She's
nah. Wow.
way too cool to do
Oh,
that.
you
She
met
would
her?
not even. Huh?
You met her? You met her? The blonde stripper?
No.
Oh my God,
Didn't
she's
I
my
tell you the
idol.
story about how when we went to the strip club, she was there, but we did not know that she was there.
Yeah.
And when we went back, I think
We
we went
have to
back
we have
once
to
or
go and
twice.
tell the podcast about
Yes.
it. Yeah, we're gonna take a trip and just like we might even interview her. It'll be lit. She'll give the she'll give the aspiring young blind women
Wait, she's a blind
Yes.
a
dancer.
go. Yeah, a
Yes.
goal to
Okay,
attain
get her information, trap. We get her on the
all
show.
day. I told you. I got you. I'm only going for research purposes for the job. That's the only
So
reason
you
why I live
say.
here now.
So you say.
Be there every week. Yeah, I'm just doing research.
Trap, you been doing
Every
research all day? Yeah.
yeah, cause give me
I'm
25 more
undercover.
ones, right?
I'm undercover. Hey man, you got them 100 ones yet? Did you get them?
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. Speaking of
Well, hold
porn
on.
and not making enough money, you know what I'm saying? If you was if your job was a minimum wage job, you might have to hit the OnlyFans, right? But if minimum wage was going up to 15 an hour, you might not have to do that to your children.
Do you think it should go up to $15 or not? Minimum wage.
Go ahead, Jackie. What do you think?
Mm,
Ladies first.
It's gonna be a horrible.
okay. So no, I don't. And I know a lot of people's gonna disagree with me, but I truly don't think so because let me explain something to y'all. So Republicans, yes, I'm bringing the R word into this. Republicans say that so many companies are going to go out of business and and whatever, all this stuff. And I believe that too, in a sense. But then I think about it and I'm like, people who work at like McDonald's and stuff like that, like they need the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a double-edged sword in a way because people can gain and people are gonna lose out. Either way we go.
Personally, I think that minimum wage should be at $15, but the problem is this, right? You increasing it tomorrow is what will send um small businesses out of business. But I think a gradual increase and to be set at a certain number by a certain time, because if you really look at if you look at inflation and you look at what minimum wage is it's not even equal. It's not equal. We should have been at like $15 an hour.
Yeah.
When I
Well,
got my when I got my first job at, I was making 7.25. Minimum wage is like 8.61 now. That means it only went up $1.30 in like 11 years, bro. 12 years. That's crazy.
I'm not an economist, but if I know that if the inflation gets too bad, we're gonna have a crash like we did like with the Great Depression, like in the 30s, 1930s, or like '08 when it really got really bad out there for a lot of people. But I what I personally believe about this is we should figure out a living wage, and because they do that in Europe and other countries like over there. So what they've done is they figured out how much money you need actually to live, and then whatever that is, that's like their minimum wage. It's like we know that you need X amount of dollars in order to survive, and so we're gonna,
But
make these jobs have that amount of money.
I don't know. Can that wouldn't that be kind of almost the same as having a set minimum wage that this should be
Nah,
going
minimum
with
wage.
inflation?
Some places you have minimum wage and you can't live off of it. Like you can work
That's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
you still can't afford
Wouldn't,
your.
wouldn't it be the same if the minimum wage rate went up as it should have been going with inflation? The minimum wage should have been rising. We would be at what it should be, therefore have a livable wage, should be living to
Yeah, but if a living wage is $11, but they're raising it up to 15, that's above that.
but
And then
listen,
the small businesses, they might be able to handle $11 an hour, but not 15 or whatever the living wage is. These are just
but listen,
hypothetical numbers.
I did numbers the other day. In
All right.
2017, a 3 bedroom, 2 bath apartment was 1,245. Minimum wage was only like seven, I believe. I'm sorry, I think it was like 8.25. After doing the math, you brought home about 300 and something dollars
A week.
a week. Okay, that doesn't even cover your rent.
How much is that?
12.45.
Hmm.
So you see what I'm saying? Minimum wage
But
is so
I
far
mean, but
behind
So
inflation.
yeah.
that's
So
still not gonna
minimum
work
rate
because
that wouldn't be a living wage.
if you take minimum wage up, then everything else is gonna go up. So then we're still not gonna be able to make ends meet if that's your logic.
My logic isn't to shoot it straight up to $15. My logic is that what it should be and what they're trying to do, and I think at least in the state of Florida, they're trying to increase it over time, and it should have been going up all this time. Minimum wage would be past $15 if it had been going up with inflation, the way it should be. The way it should have been going up every year the way inflation does. How can y'all, I just said apartment in 2017 be a 3 bedroom for a family be $1,245, but a person at a making a minimum wage job can't even afford that for his kids and his family, or for her kids and her family. You can't afford it making 8.25 an hour. It shouldn't be that in 2021 when minimum wage was literally a dollar less than that. I mean, it shouldn't have been like that in 2017 when it was literally a dollar less than that 7 years prior in 2010. That's not right. That's there's no way in hell.
Did the cost of living go up
It's went up every
proportionately?
year. It's been of course the cost of living has went up in the past 7 years, but minimum wage is only dollar and
Proportionately, I
30
said.
something cents.
Is it relative to the minimum wage?
Say that again. Say it
I
again.
said, is it like I said proportionately has the cost of living gone up with the minimum wage payments?
No, the number of inflation is higher than minimum wage. That's what it is. And it shouldn't have been that way. It should have been at the gate. It should have been going up every year with inflation so that people could get a job and these companies would be able to afford this. There's so much money in this country, bro. Y'all can't, it just doesn't make sense to why people are struggling the way it is in the land of the what? You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be this is a government that's supposed to be able to. It shouldn't be this way, bro. I can't even really say nothing else but that. Trap.
Mm,
I ain't really got nothing else to say on that. On
yeah,
the
me
minimum wage
neither.
thing.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't think it should go up, but whatever. It is.
Yeah,
We've
I
already
don't.
passed on it.
I
We already
don't really
voted
think
on
it
that.
should either. So
Yeah, but I think they
So
should
look,
just find a living wage and then do that.
so let me ask y'all a question about this right here. I sent y'all a story the other day. Well, maybe it was earlier today. I don't remember. But anyways, I sent y'all a story about the doctor. He was on Zoom with a traffic ticket, right? So check it. He was on Zoom with a traffic ticket, and he was in the operating room.
Wait a minute. So he was having a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, he was Zoom. He was zooming doing a call because he's supposed to appear in traffic court, and
Oh,
homie was doing the operation, and the judge was like, "Yo, we not finna do this. We not finna go on because you we don't feel comfortable that the patient's life, you know what I'm saying, is in your best interest."
jury duty. So you had jury duty or something?
No
Like what?
traffic violation.
Oh, okay. Oh, and he was just
yeah,
trying to get all his he was trying to get all his stuff together while he was working here. Well, he still got to be
No,
out here saving lives. Maybe
you
that's what
not
he's like.
listening to me.
Listen, bro, I was speeding that day because I was covered to save someone's life. Judge, what were you doing? Taking
No,
somebody's
no, Trevor,
freedom?
you're not
Like,
listening. You're not listening. The man
I'm
was
not.
operating on somebody while
Yes,
on the Zoom call.
with the judge, right?
Yes, bro.
Okay,
What
that's what
the
I said. That's what I'm
what?
saying. So he was on there for a traffic violation. If it was speeding, is what I said. He was trying to flex on the judge, like, yo, I have a reason why I was speeding. Lives are literally in my hands.
And you gonna literally sit here and talk to me on Zoom while you're have someone's life in your hand.
Yeah, judge, because you think that, all right, you think that your this stupid speeding ticket is more important than what I'm doing. This was a subtle flex. You don't see that?
Nah.
That's what he was doing. What do you think was going
no,
on there? What do you think was going on there?
mm-mm.
I think it was a pissing contest. Go ahead. What
Mm.
do you think was going on?
You think that's what that really was?
What do you think was going on? I'm saying psychologically, this is what's happening. What do you think was happening?
I
Um,
personally think that the man was just trying to do his job while trying to get himself together personally.
yo, I ain't gonna be front. I ain't gonna even front
Hmm.
because I'm petty by nature at times, and I kind of like Travis' viewpoint, and I want to be so opposite, but I kind of like it. It's petty.
It's subtle, but
It's a subtle flex. Like,
it
yo,
is.
you sit behind a bench, I cut niggas open all day.
Right. It's like, yeah, you're destroying lives. I'm saving lives, and yada yada yada. It could be that, but it could be like Jackie said. It could be just like, yo, I don't want to get in no more trouble, but I still gotta go to work. So how we gonna do this, right?
Yo, I think
Right, I
that
got this operation scheduled for this specific time and date weeks before whatever. So I
Yeah.
need to still get this operation done while I'm trying to work on this.
The
You know
real
what I'm
question is, did
saying?
he have a cat head filter on like that lawyer? Did you guys
yo,
see that?
yo. He was like, he was like, he say, I can assure you that I am not a cat and I am really
Right.
here.
That's the real question. What was he?
That's
What was this? What was the filter? What do you think was going on, Q? You never answered.
I think that he was trying to,
Kill two birds with one stone, just like
yeah, but
Jackie said.
I think I don't know. A part of me kind of like look at it from your point of view, like what other reason mentally that I can think that I would do something like that. I'm supposed to be focusing on doing this, but I'm supposed to do a traffic ticket. Like I don't know no other mental reason why you would would do something like that other than just trying to be real deal, like doing pissing contests. It's like I kind of like that thought, but because I can't think of no other reason. Literally, no other reason why you would do something that stupid.
I mean, it could be just like what Jackie said. He just maybe he's one of those people who's real like conscientious about the law. Maybe he really respects. Like he could be just like shook, just like, oh no, I don't want
Yeah,
to.
but aren't
That day he had a yeah, it could have been that.
yeah, but
Usually, I mean, you think
when
about it, a guy like that, he could be the what I suggested, but he could be one of those studious guys who like went through freaking med school and got did all his things and just really respects authority and just was a do-gooder his whole life. It
but
was like, well,
that's
the
the
judge
thing.
said,
He's bound by certain rules, even think about doing that, and certain ethics and certain codes of conduct by doing what he just did.
yeah, there probably is some kind of like, yeah, there probably is like something like that would stop him, legally from putting that person on camera. I don't know if they were in the shot or whatever, but there has to be some kind of confidentiality, thing with that. I don't know. I didn't see like what was on the
Because if
Zoom.
I was the patient and I saw that or I heard about this, I would be
Yeah.
highly
Yeah.
upset.
You operating on my spleen, my whole titty out. Like, I mean,
Right.
if it's a woman
No, no,
or
no, no,
like,
no, 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 fuck that, fuck that. He was talking in first person right there, wasn't
or
he?
or a
He,
heavy
yeah,
set man.
he said his titty. Yeah,
My
try.
whole titty out. Yeah, I'm willing out. I'm proud of
La- Last
it.
week, last week it was.
Bosoms, all that. Bosoms, breasticles, whatever you guys like. Go
Hey
ahead.
man,
Get your jokes off.
uh,
Busty.
Busty.
Yeah.
Now that's a new one. That's a new.
That's a new one.
Yeah, Busty.
Yeah, no, Busty is
You
yeah, I'm
don't
a big
use that
bust.
in that term.
Yeah, you do if you're old as hell. I'm a
No,
busty.
you would say
Yeah,
How you gonna tell? How you
busty
gonna tell a
means
woman how to use a term that sounds like it's for a woman?
I'm an expert in titties, boy.
busty means that woman is very busty, meaning she has big breasts, not
Exactly.
busty, my
And
busty out. What?
that's what no I said I'm really busty. That's what I'm saying. Like you guys can say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I meant.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear that part.
Yeah.
I ain't hear that either, but I'm sure somebody will tell us he said it.
Yeah.
Somebody will tell us he said it.
I
But
was just saying synonyms of what you could say about my
but
voluptuous
like I
figure.
still say, he was talking. He was seeming like he was talking about him though. He said he was gonna be really upset if he found out that his spleen was open and his titties was out. That's what he said.
Mm, yeah, I
Right.
did say that.
And y'all ain't gonna tell me he didn't say that.
You know what,
Personification.
y'all?
What's up?
Hit us up on social media and let us know what he said because
Yeah, let us know about my
I don't
titties.
think he said it in the correct terms, and we need to know. So let
Hit
us
us up.
know.
Hit
Why
us
do we
up, man.
need to know
Follow us
about
on
my
social media.
titties? I don't have titties, bro. This was all a joke. I thought. I never thought I would have to defend me not having titties.
Titty boy.
TJ.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
what's next?
All right, so I'll tell you this story about this one meth head. I walked in the store. This was maybe like a few months ago, and I walked in the store and it was early, and I was just coming in to get me some gauze and a coffee. And yo, the lady walked in. She wanted change for a 50, bro. When I tell you this lady was bouncing, like she was like, and like yo, she couldn't stand still. She everywhere and like because the people at the store don't open the register until like she gotta wait because I'm in front of her, so she gotta wait. And I was paying with cards, so she was like, "Can I get the 50?" And then she was kind of like throwing her hands and rushing and stuff because she wanted to get change to go, get us some more stuff. And then
That's a little
it was a white
presumptuous.
lady,
Ooh.
and I know she was on meth. Face be all
Mhm.
something, and like meth is a hell of a drug, bro.
That's a fact. I know
But
I
we
knew
gonna talk
a
about
girl who lost her teeth, and she said she wasn't on meth, but I don't know. She didn't strike me as a meth head, honestly. I didn't know her that well, but she was young. It
Mm.
could have been a bunch of stuff though, right? There's a lot of stuff that make you lose your teeth, right? You guys in your 20s besides meth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that, but I assume there is, and I just
All
don't
of
know
them.
about it. I mean, she was
Gotta
losing
get
her.
your, maybe you gotta get your teeth, your tooth pulled, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could have been any of that.
Let's talk drugs. All right. So Dr. Carl Hart got a new book out. It's called Drug Use for Grown-Ups Chasing Liberty in the Land of the Fear. And he's basically saying in the book, he did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and he was basically saying he wants to have America have facilities for people to go and test their drugs to make sure that they're getting pure drug. Now, he also said that he's been using pure heroin. He
Well, he
says
also said what?
now he said he used pure heroin. Now pure heroin. Now, here's what gets me caught up because in the interview, he
He
said
nodded
this.
out.
He said this. Um, he was like, "Oh, I'm not currently on heroin, right? I'm not using heroin anymore. I haven't used it in about a year." Then Charlemagne asked him. He was like,
I'm just really sleepy. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Don't listen to me, bro. Just go.
so anyway, Charlemagne said that he was like, "Well, when I've never seen a functioning heroin addict." I believe Charlemagne on Envy asked that, and then Dr. Carl Hart said, "You're looking at him." So a
Maybe he
functioning.
maybe he meant addict as in like he used to, because they in you ever been to an AA meeting or an NA meeting? I've been to a couple for research purposes. I never had the struggle, but when I was in college, I was writing papers about it. I had to go there. You ever been
Mhm.
to one of those meetings?
No, I don't need. I don't. I
Yeah,
don't do
so I was studying it though, like psychologically from one of my classes, and they have this little thing
You
with.
don't have to convince me that you had a problem.
I'm tweaking right now. No, what it is some of them they have the philosophy like you never recover, like you're always an alcoholic or an addict. So if you say you're looking at one, he can be like, I've been clean for 27 years, but yes, I am still an addict. That's the philosophy they have. So maybe he meant in that sense. Is that what he
I
meant,
don't.
or did he?
I don't really think that's what he meant. I think he backtracked and said that because if you go listen to the interview, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, he says that he hasn't used heroin in over a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then he also then one of the co-hosts asked, well, said well they made a statement that they haven't seen functioning heroin addicts. Then he responded with them to them, you looking at one. So and nobody really caught it. I caught it. So it's like to me, what's up? Like, are you still using or you not? Because I don't know if you're not using something, are you still a addict? I thought an addict was someone who's addicted to something,
And
and
that's what I'm saying.
you're
They
using.
once they have been addicted, that's the philosophy that some of them have. But have you guys ever been friends or known a heroin addict? I have.
Oh man, I got some great.
No.
I
No.
don't have heroin stories. Those are the crazy ones. The crack stories I got crack stories, right? I had one crack story. I'm gonna tell you about this one. I had a crack story with a lady dog. She stole the microwave out her house and came by and sold it for $7, right? Then the next day, very next day, there was a cookout. I mean, not a cookout. There was a event at the Citrus Bowl, and somebody was cooking on a grill. Do y'all know this lady bought us and sold my homeboy, my best friend, rest in peace, Bear. Salute to him. My homeboy sold him a grill. He did not, so he can't go to jail, but sold him a grill and he for some hard, right? And the grill was still cooking with chicken on it.
Wait, what?
So the person had to be like, you know how you put the meat on the grill and you go inside or something, and she literally walked out there, took that
Oh.
shit, rolled that bitch down the street, and came and sold it to mom.
Boot game. What? That's crazy.
So you get the grill and the
And the
chicken.
chicken, that's for
Hey,
$7. You can't beat that.
my homeboy bought that mother like $6, $7, and it was just hard. He gave her a crack rock for it. Oh yeah, I done seen them, man. They sell everything in their house. You know, I don't.
The crack, yeah, crack is I've had experience with that too. What about you, Jackie? What drugs? You ain't been around no drug addicts?
I have, but I would rather not speak on it.
Okay.
Well, Chad, what's your experience? What have you?
I've been around here with addicts. I had a neighbor. He was on it pretty bad. One time he was like frothing at the mouth. He's real unpredictable. That's the thing. One day he'd be like real sweet. Next day he'd just be weird. It's not even like mean or anything, just weird. But I seen him like ODing one time. He's like frothing at the mouth. I was gonna help him. He like was bleeding a little bit. And his girlfriend was like, no, he has hepatitis C. And I was like, all right, I've done all I can do here. So I like just she had already called the ambulance and she was helping him. And so that was a real like bizarre like kind of moment for me. I wasn't ready for that type of thing. But I've been around people who was on that and then they were like falling asleep randomly. But I was a little naive about it because I didn't know that they were doing it. And so they told me later, but I was just like, yo, oh, you remember that Drake line? We was like, I've been faded for so long, driven in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like rap that bar to this person, and I was just like, "You've been faded for too long, you going?" Because I thought that that person was just, drinking and
Yeah.
smoking like we was, but
Hmm.
they was on another level. But other than that, their character didn't super change. They just seemed a little sleepier.
I mean, my thing
So
about the heroin is that it's killed so many people and it ruined so many people's lives. I mean, when you got to think like, people have watched and people, kids have found their parent, what I'm saying, on the floor with a needle in their arm. You know what I mean? And it's just like something that
yeah,
dangerous and something that
yeah, it's dangerous.
hurtful and detrimental to the community should not be allowed to be tested. Number one, and at a random place. Number one, number two. Let's be real. Who the fuck is going to test? I'm going to go buy the drug, bring it to this facility for you to test it and tell me that yeah, it's pure heroin. Then give it back to me. Now let's pause right here because the possession is 9 tenths of the law, right? So
Oregon though. Remember when they didn't they legalize everything like cocaine like last year and everything like
yeah, but
in
who's going to
Oregon?
trust people? You think people are going to trust that you're not going to call the police on them and give me back the drug and then I walk out the place and the police?
Well, it's not. It's been decriminalized in Oregon. Well, in this state, no, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, but
But it
decriminalizing doesn't mean you can't get in trouble for it. It just means you don't go to jail for it. But they're gonna
so they
put
go.
you
So what
in
they gonna do? Give
rehab or
them a
something,
fine or something? I think it's like a
or,
certain amount,
or send you to rehab,
like forcibly, like Baker acting kind of thing.
kind of thing. Yeah,
Mm, yeah.
I don't know. I never even knew the process
but
about it. I just heard about them legalizing all kind of crazy drugs over there, but I didn't realize like the stipulations behind it. You know.
well, all I know is this, man: smoke weed every day, stay high. Don't do that shit. Say no to all that other
You know,
stuff.
it's I have a friend who smokes, and he doesn't think it's bad and blah blah blah, but he doesn't do it in front of his kid. And I was like, if you really don't think there's nothing wrong with it, why not?
I don't
So
either.
He'll
I know
he'll drink.
somebody like that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Um,
I know you know two people like that. If you know somebody else, because that's me.
no, but listen, no, what I'm saying is, I know somebody, I know people who smoke, but yet they kind of hide it from their kids, and their kids are not young. Well, they do have one child that's young, but then they have some that's older. Um, I don't, and I've always thought, they know what you're doing, so why hide it?
I mean, weed is not. I mean, weed ain't a bad thing. I just for reasons like I don't think it's just appropriate. Like I don't like, when I used to smoke cigarettes, I ain't like smoking cigarettes in front of my kids. I just don't think it's appropriate to be
That
doing
secondhand
something like
smoke has
that
been
because
proven though.
no, it's not that, y'all. It's literally because they see us, so they gonna imitate that, yo. And it's like,
Mm.
yo, I'm
But
not
if there's
trying,
nothing wrong with it, then
but I'm not trying to. I want you to make your own decisions about it. Like when I was growing up, they pushed the drug bad. Marijuana was the gateway drug. Marijuana was the gateway drug. So we grew up as in elementary school and pre-middle school and stuff. Anti-weed
who did?
kids. I'm saying
Oh, like
kids back then.
you
Remember?
talking about in general, like from the Dare
Yeah,
program and all that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, by that is like now that you got this, what I'm saying, and the kids we see it's okay. It just because drinking is somewhat okay, but I'm not finna sit here and say, oh yeah, I know you're gonna drink, come do it at the house. Hell
Would
no.
Would you not drink a beer in front of your son
Um,
or children in general? You got more than one.
I guess. I
So
don't know,
yeah,
y'all.
so yeah,
When I
so
drink,
You, you,
when I drink and the kids are there, it be liquor and it be in a cup. And it be in like a not see-through cup. If I drink beer, like I'm sitting at the crib and I'm smoke one and I come out on the patio and drink me a beer, so they don't really see it. I don't
so
know.
it's like more low profile. It could be
okay,
anything in the
okay.
cup.
Now
Yeah.
I have a question though, because Q, you just brought up a good point and a good topic at that. So you said that you aren't one of those parents who say, "Come, whatever. I'd rather
Yeah,
you drink
drink
liquor." Or,
more
or
beer.
come
Yeah,
drink liquor around at the house rather than out and about. Right? You're saying
right.
you don't want you're not for that.
No, no, that's not happening at my house.
Okay. And I feel differently about that because I feel like, especially knowing me and just knowing us and how we used to, whatever. But I feel like my children, I would want them to have their first drink in my presence rather than out there in the streets with their
That's
friends.
fine, but do it when you turn 21. We'll do it at 21. I can't be irresponsible.
You think your child is gonna have his first drink at 21?
No,
I
of
don't. I
course
don't.
not.
Well,
No. Mm-mm.
Q, you can't say that you think so because you wasn't.
Come on, you know your
so let
son's
me ask,
daddy.
so if that's the wait. If that's the case, then you should just allow your kids to do everything in your house. You allow them come
No,
on and have sex in your house
no,
because they're gonna do it anyways, right?
no,
I mean, we was doing it, right? We
no.
we was going to see what I'm saying. You can't open that gate. You can't open that gate to allow them to do adult things when they're not adults to do those things. When
So
you
you
open
would rather your child get drunk at somewhere in the streets and possibly get hurt? Is
I'm
what you're
not saying
telling me?
that's not what I'm saying. I'm rather do. I'd rather you not do it at all. I'm going to tell you not
Well,
do it
they're
at all.
going
I'm
to
damn
do
sure.
it. So
N-
they're going to do it.
Listen,
But so that's what you're telling me?
we know kids are going to do things, and we pray and we hope that they don't. And the only thing I could do is distill the to my children to not do those things. However, even if I know that they're going to possibly do them, I can't condone it by allowing it to happen under my roof because at that point, I become your friend, not your parent, and I can't become that.
Well, I'm
I'm not,
gonna tell you something, and this is the way I feel. And this is why I feel the way I feel because my very first drink I had with my mother. It wasn't like a full on drink or anything like that. It was just a little sip, a little something, 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 or whatever. And that was with my mom, and
me
I
too, though.
was early teens, and I cherish that memory because that was before she left this earth or whatever. And yeah, so
See, I
and
can
after
understand
that,
that. I can understand your sentiments around doing the activity and that moment. I can understand that. I just can't say that it's okay. Even though my mom also gave me my first beer was a Budweiser, tall, in a bottle, glass bottle. My mom gave me that too, and I was way underage. So I think I was like, I don't even want to say, maybe like 10. So
I
I
was
was dumb
way
young.
underage too, so I'm not saying it, but
Yeah,
So
y'all parents gave y'all. I went and took mine. I was like 6 years old. I was getting in them daiquiris, boy. My mom, I
oh
was like,
Lord
this tastes like
Jesus.
strawberry soda a little bit.
but see, when it's as our parents do things, we supposed to take from it and you know what I'm saying. and know, okay, just because they did that, that wasn't right to do. So
My mama never condoned it,
you
ever.
can't do it.
Still
You
don't,
can't do it.
even though it's legal for me.
Because once you open the gate, like I stayed next door to a neighbor who used to smoke with her teenage son. Used to sit on the porch and open and just smoke, passing the blunt and everything. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I would never do that. No.
Would you
Mm-mm.
drink a beer with your son when he's
Bro, he
of
was
legal
selling
age?
weed and everything.
I'm
When they're
saying, would you,
when they're
what
legal, yeah.
what the legal age to smoke recreational marijuana is what?
18?
18.
18. That's when you'll smoke with your son.
He want to roll up five on his 18th birthday. I'm all there for it. I buy the weed and the blunt.
Law-abiding citizen. That's what Q is.
Yeah, because bro, I got to do that because I didn't. I mean, my grandma was an awesome parent, but my grandma was older. So when I became teenagers and I was taking trips to Duval and partying my ass off, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, my mom should have been on that because she was back in on the scene by then. So she should have been more on it on what's going on in Duval, who you going to hang out with, what y'all finna be doing. She should have
I
been
met your
actually.
mom though, didn't I? No, that's you was
Yeah,
living with
and
me.
I'm not saying she's not a concerned parent, but I'm saying she should have been a little bit more nosy. I was 15, 16 years old doing this. So she should have been a little bit more nosy into who I'm going with. You know what I'm saying? She should have been talking to people. You know what I mean? Not just allowing me to go, even though I'm glad she did because I had fun, but it still wasn't the right thing to do. She didn't handle it the right way.
You felt like she didn't care about you because she just let
No,
you doing it. She didn't care enough to be nosy.
no, I don't think that. I think my mom trusted that, we weren't gonna get hurt on what we were doing. We were safe with it. You know
She
what I
was right
mean? I
though,
think
wasn't
that
she? Ultimately,
ultimately, yeah, she was 100% right. But it still can't. You got to stand
and
for it. You got to be a parent.
and you wouldn't your parenting style isn't going to be that way because you don't trust that your children is going to know well enough not to do the wrong thing. She just had more
Uh,
confidence in you than you seem to like have
yeah,
or
but
would have in your
yeah,
children.
I
but
mean,
me,
I don't
but
know.
it's four of us though, and we've all done dumb shit. I'm the youngest. I just watch them do it and know not to. So
So, Trap,
Yeah.
okay, so would you allow your kids to have a drink with you underage or no?
Mm, it depends. It depends on the kid, honestly. If I feel like they're mature, they can handle it or whatever. But if I have a really volatile child who I don't know how they're going to react, it's just like, it depends on their maturity level because yes, the legal age is 21, but there's some 21-year-olds that probably shouldn't even be drinking, honestly, because they're too immature.
But
And
I'm not even talking about like a full on drink, just like I don't know.
like the
Because
the drinking age is
I
different
feel like
overseas. It's like
a lot
16
of
different
teens
places.
and stuff like that, they'll see their parents drinking something. It's just not, not a lot left, and they'll be like, "Oh, can I have this?" And the parents will be like, "Yeah, go ahead," or whatever. And that's or to their knowledge, their first drink.
yo, I think my mama gave me my that Budweiser put our ass to sleep. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think she was just it was late. It was like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. She was downstairs where what I'm saying, her friend listening to music. So I think she just wanted our ass to go to bed. So and it worked. That bit was good as hell.
Mama gave
No,
you some
But
NyQuil,
this is
bro.
not
disgusting.
this is not me. This is like I said. This is not me condoning underage drinking. I'm just saying at the time it was good, and
Who
I had.
says that we're condoning
Hey, look,
underage
I'm,
drinking?
no, I'm not. I ain't saying nobody did. I'm just saying for me,
Oh,
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying it's not me. I'm just saying I happen to like it at the time, and now I'll drink Budweiser and Bud Light.
because
But you're
I
not really
mean,
much of a
don't get it
drinker like
twisted.
that
I
anyway.
don't
No,
condone underage drinking whatsoever. What I do accept is if my child, and I agree with you. If it depends on the child, and if I think that the child is okay with having a little something to drink in my presence, that's fine. We're not gonna make it a
all I'm
regular
saying is the friends they gonna know we can come to your house, get drunk. Get
No, that's
No,
well,
I'm
not
not gonna have
like
other
I just said.
people,
We're not gonna
other
make
people
it a
children.
regular
Yeah,
thing.
and it's not
This
other
is
people
like a
kids over
one
there
yeah,
once in
while
a
but
we.
what
lifetime type of thing.
you think that's it though? That you gonna open the gate to give them the flavor? You gonna give them let them lick the lollipop, but then take it away and think they're not gonna go look for the lollipop?
Well, okay. What you call it?
It's
So
just like
like
that. You give
we're
them a
talking
piece of
about.
candy. You give them a piece of candy. Give them the flavor, and then you tell them not to go.
No, I just have different opinions about it all because I want to be open with my children. I don't want to be best friends with my children whatsoever, but I do want to be open with them, and I do want them to feel comfortable to come to me about anything. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like their first drink or what have you, I want to be there to see how they're gonna react to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be that person to give it to them, then you know.
But
But
really, what we're
All
talking
right,
about
so
is
so
wait.
basically, as a party at Jackass, let's go get lit.
No. But what we're
no,
really
that's
talking
not
about
what
is
I'm
I
the
just
saying
play.
at
I
the
just
all.
play.
the, the
I just
legal
play.
drink the legal drinking age is 21. If you guys are cool with giving it to your children at a certain age, Q, let's say hypothetically the drinking age was 16, like it is over there in Europe. Would you be cool with your kid drinking at 16 then, since that's the law if you lived in Europe? See, right now, if you caught your son drinking at 19, you'd be like, no, 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 against the rules. But if you was overseas, you'd be like, well, you're 16, it's legal, let's go. So it's
Yeah,
all really just culturally based or like the society you're in.
I
What
mean, listen, Travis, we done some really dumb stuff that we had a lot of. I'll say we had God on our side, and a lot of
Amen.
stuff
Amen.
that we did when we got drunk.
Mhm.
I
We
got a
were
praying
lucky.
mama.
There were times where we were
I was
drunk walking across the
blessed.
street. You know what I'm saying? And doing
Oh
kind
my
of,
God, bro. Let's not
you
even
know.
bring that up.
So you got to think like, yeah, we survived, but do I want to trust that my son may survive that jungle? No. If I can not let that happen and steer him away from that and allow him to do that when he gets of the certain age, then yeah, even if we was across seas, I don't think.
So the legal age of 16, you would be like, nah, son, you can't do it until you're 21,
No,
just like America.
no, because what happens when you have that kid like y'all was saying that you would say no to, but now you saying no him he's 16, but now that he's over there, he can do it. You can't say no to him now, even though he was all
You can't say
wild.
no to this is America. He's gonna get that. He's gonna get some alcohol. But what if your son said, "Hey, I'm 18. I want to go sign up for the army and die for this country," and he's like over there risking his life. He comes back on leave,
I'm strongly against that too. Talking
and
about
yeah, but then you're gonna be like, "Nah, son, you can't have a drink." And when he's 19, he's like, "Yo, dad, I just literally almost died for your freedom, everybody's freedom over here." You're
So
gonna be
wait,
like,
you're
"Nah, son."
strongly against your son joining the army?
yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm strongly against that too. Yeah, I'm very strongly against that.
Okay, let's
I
not
feel like
touch
this is
that
too
right
late.
now.
But I'm against that. But anyways, that's a subject for another day. It's been great. It's been real talking to y'all tonight, Jackie, Bear, Trap.
Yep.
Yeah, gang.
Hey man, but this marijuana minutes again checking in with y'all, and like I say, hit us up on social media, marijuana_minutes everywhere. You know what I
We
mean?
would love to hear from y'all and hear y'all opinions about the show. Weigh
Yeah.
in on a lot of these topics that we spoke about today, y'all. Please let us
Yeah, I
know.
want all the critiques from all the geeks. Everybody hit me up.
Hey
I'm probably
man,
gonna
but
reply though. To be real.
this marijuana minutes, man. We love y'all. Like I said, roll up, stay up, and stay caught up. We out.
Period.